Hey everybody, it's Kat back for Theme Thursday. And I tell you, I didn't know if this video was ever going to happen. I have had a dickens trying to figure out what I wanted to do today. And then to get my phone to stay in the tripod thingy there. So, as y'all can see, I have a blue polka dotted blanket. It's light blue with darker blue polka dots. And blue is my favorite color. However, when I was picking out outfits or going through them, I realized I really have a lot of colors that I really like. And I just now realized I should have used a different blanket. I just now saw that blanket. Oh well, but blue is my ultimate favorite color. I like shades of blue. So, we are going to use some blues, mostly, but I got some other colors. Here's Miss Christina. And I really hate to take her out of this outfit. She just looks so cute in it. But we got to do Theme Thursday. Oh, let me show you what I want to put her in. This is a yellow with pinstripe yellow long sleeve onesie. It's a pale yellow with a little blue elephant and a bright pink heart for its ears. And we're going to use these little blue pants that has the light pale outline of elephants all through it. On the back it has little ruffles. And we're going to put her in some pink ruffly socks. And we're going to put her in a headband that's an antique white, then with a light pale, another little flower. It's a white flower, antique white flower with another little pale yellow flower. It has a pearl in the middle. And I got this headband from Pickles and Tea. Yeah. So, let's get started changing Miss Christina. Oh, we've had, like everybody else, we've had the weather around here. We've had some really nice days. Today we've got thunderstorm. We've had tornado warnings around our area. And it's just a nice gloomy day. And I have trouble getting myself up and going on gloomy days. But I did today. So, Phoenix is laying over on the floor. I don't know why all of a sudden he doesn't want to come up here. But he's a mama's boy. And he likes to just curl up in my lap. I've been doing a lot of knitting and lately, and not stuff for the babies. I've been knitting some shawls, and I have to admit they look pretty good, and I'm really proud of them. I've got one made, and I've almost got the second one done. And I've even bought yarn, which I didn't really need to buy yarn. I've got a whole stash of it out in the garage. But these kind of shawls kind of call for a better quality yarn than what I had. So, I should have had these unbuttoned. I had a really bad fibro day yesterday. Really bad fibro fog. And then my mom, who's just turned 83, she was kind of foggy. And you should have seen us yesterday. All week long I kept thinking it was the second week of February, not the first week. So I was showing up at appointments that aren't until next week. And then trying for both of us to get around and do several things. We just were not very cohesive yesterday, either one of us. And it was kind of funny. It was funny to us of how things were. So, get her snapped up. But after, my mom had to go get some blood work done yesterday, and then after that, her and I went to Red Lobster, and I had gotten her a $25 gift card for Christmas for there, so we ate at Red Lobster, and I love their just plain fried fish. I get a create your own, and I get it all fish. And then I bring it home. I get full up on their biscuits and their slaw and their baked potatoes. So then I end up bringing home like about a half a baked potato. That's a little snug on her, honey. And I eat all the slaw there, and I bring home usually a half a baked potato and most of the fish, and I have it for supper that night, which is what I did last night. And I do that a lot at restaurants. Like if we go for steak, we like to go at Texas Roadhouse. And again, I fill up on the peanuts and the roes. Ooh, we gotta spray your hair down, baby. And when they bring the steak, and I get the more expensive one, I'm kind of hooked on ribeye. But that's why we don't go there go out very often. But I usually cut my steak in half, and with the roes that they bring, I cut up the half of the steak into sizes that fits the roes, and I make little steak sandwiches, and I bring them home to eat later or the next day, depending on when, if we go at night or during the day. Usually we try to hit places that have good lunch specials if we go out, which we eat out more than what we should, but we've been trying not to. Okay, let's see how this is gonna look on you, baby. I want to oh my gosh. I want it on the other side though. There. Oh, it's just a tad bit big on her, but laying her down. Oh, I gotta lift y'all up some. I'm sorry. I thought y'all was able to see that. I don't know how much y'all couldn't see, but isn't that cute on her? So here she is in my color blue, and I'm going to lean over and put her up out of the way for a moment, because next we are changing Miss Sabrina. And yes, it is extremely difficult for me to take her out of this little outfit. I love her in this outfit. It's just so stinking cute on her. But it is a little big, so we are going to take it off. There we go. We'll get it off, and then I'll show everybody. Get your pants off too. Tiny little feet. She is a large preemie and a very small newborn. And I didn't realize she had this on, but I am taking this off because I've got a preemie onesie for her. Oh, I should have brought diapers. I'm always forgetting diapers. They're across the room. But how I'm situated, I know this looks awkward. I'm trying. But next time I just need to bring a stack by the bed here. So she's going to go into this preemie white onesie. And yes, it's short sleeve. And then I like hot pink. I like bright colors. So here is a pair of blue pants that has hot pink flamingos on it. It looks like it's a mama and a baby all over, front and back. And she's going to go in these little pink socks that has little bows on them that are applique bows. And then she's going into another pickles and tea bow. That this one is blue with white polka dots all over it. Has a little metal bling back here, and it has a white see-through bow. It's ribbon, but it's clear, and it has a pearl on top. So let's get her dressed. Oh, she looks awful thin there. Anyway, I went to a new knitting group last night, and it's sponsored by one of our local libraries, and it's a private type library, and it's called Willard Library, and it's known to have the Gray Lady ghost. And I believe in spirits and paranormal things. I have seen paranormal things. So that what makes me believe in them. But man, I pray through them because I don't want no evil spirits around me. And I've had an encounter like that once, but that's for another time maybe. But anyway, I'll tell you my experience I had at the Willard Library one time. I had taken my two oldest nieces and my nephew. And we went down there and I had told them, you know, a little bit of the story and how the Gray Lady is the daughter of the man who founded the library. And the library was her life. And I was telling that, and sometimes she shows back up. But we were walking down the aisle, and just as the kids got to the end of the aisle, I was about in the middle, almost, between the middle and halfway to the end of the aisle, I heard this noise behind me, and I turned around, and there were 5 or 6 books on the floor. I didn't say anything, because I knew if I said something to the kids or showed it to them, they would have been screaming bloody murder and running out of there, and I would never gotten them into any library ever again. But I didn't say anything. But last night I was telling the lady who was hosting the knit and crochet. Actually, it was any craft that you could take, cross stitch, anything that you could, a portable craft that you could do, you could take it. Anyway, I was telling her that story, and she says, oh yeah, that happens quite a lot. So I was like, well, I saw it happen. So it didn't scare me or anything. Now maybe, if I had an apparition or something coming right at me, I would be like running for the hills. But okay, get her curls going and get this other headband on. There, I'm going to put it right. I'm not one, I've got to put it to the side. I'm just not one that likes it straight up. Even though my little great niece has hers straight up on her head, and she loves, and she looks so adorable. But here's Sabrina. Oh, get all of her. And it's 60 degrees here today, so they're not cold being, she's not going to be cold being in short sleeves, and the house is on 71. So here's Miss Sabrina, and my favorite blue, but also my hot pink favorite color, because I like bright, bold colors. And speaking, excuse me, I've got to take a sip of my sweet tea. Sorry about that, ladies. That's Crystal Light sweet tea. And I like it because I'd rather prefer to have my, real sweet tea, but this cuts down on the calories and stuff. Here we have Miss KaTara. And, I've got to move Sabrina here, so I can move KaTara up just to there. That was easy to get her out of this. Miss KaTara is a big girl. She's 0 to 3 months and some 3-month sizes. So, she was made by the same artist who made my Cooper. So, she is getting shiny. And there is a lady that lives not too far from me that does, creates reborn babies. She's also kind of sticky. I just noticed that. I hadn't noticed that before. But anyway, I'm going to take her down there one of these days when we get together and see if she can fix that. But in the meantime, Miss KaTara is going to go into this long sleeve onesie. It's hot pink. Has a little white bear applique with little pink sparkles on the ears with a little blue bow and a little tutu and a little pink bow. She's going to go in that. But over that, she's going into this jumper or overalls that has all different colors in it. It's got blue and pink and hot pink and red and green and orange and white, and it's striped all the way around. This is from Zutano. This is a 0 to 3 months, because I like bright colors also. And she's going to be wearing these little socks that they're hot pink that looks like little shoes. Okay, they're white with the hot pink part making it look like little shoes on there. And then she's going into this light pink headband that has hot pink bow. So let's start putting this on her. And I'm sorry that the little bear is going to be covered up, but I discovered in trying to find things today that I have no really plain onesies for the girls. Everything has something on it. And so some of these little jumpers and stuff I don't have anything that can just go right on them. So guess what that means? I guess I better go shopping. Yeah, I need to go over to the mission store. But I've promised my mom that any piece of clothing that I bring in from now on, that same amount of clothing has to leave the house. And what I've got is I got a sack started to a local church organization that I give my baby's dolls to when I get rid of them. Or if I just find a really good sale and pick up a lot of stuff, I'll just put them in a sack and give them to them. And they give them to the underprivileged women that are in shelter with their children. That's who they go to. So, and one of the ladies that runs that used to be our associate pastor at the church we used to go to. So we've been friends with the family since, gosh, her kids are itty bitty. I kept them in our church nursery. Now all her kids are probably in the 30s now, which makes me feel old. But remember, I was in the church nursery since I was 9 years old. Now, I was older when they were in the nursery, but I've always loved babies and stuff, and you know, I have my baby dolls, so I was one of the girls in our church that was allowed to be in our nursery. And we always had an intercom speaker system so we could hear the sermon. So it wasn't like I wasn't getting enriched with God's word. But I loved it. And then as I got older, they just started paying me to be back there, since I was there every Sunday. And that was a real blessing to me. It kind of helped, supplement my income from working and stuff. And then I had another church that wanted me and paid me more. And I knew those people because they used to go to our church. And so I went to work for them. And I loved all the kids I worked with. And we had a good time. And I would prepare them, even though they were infants to 3, I think I had. I prepared them, especially the older ones, that there was a certain time during the service that they had to sit quietly at the table. And we would draw or, do some sort of little simple craft that they could do. Or I would sit and read them a book, but they had to be quiet. And if they did that, then at the end, I would put on usually a Barney tape or a VeggieTale. They like both of them. I would put that on, and then they would get snacks. I know her hair is wild, and I like it like that. So I'm going to just do the sides here. Plaster them down some. Oh, KaTara, you are my pretty girl. Ah! Do I have, yeah. Okay, I'm going to spray that hair just to get some of the little flyaways together. Make it more down and curled. instead of up. There. Oh! Oh, Mama, sorry. Let that head flop back. And here's Miss KaTara with all the different colors. There's still some more wild colors out there I like. If I could have gotten into my closet where some of the other stuff is at, oh my gosh, I would have had the twins done, probably all the boys done in something. But anyway, here are my babies. Let me see if I can get them all in the picture here together. Oh. Let's see. Well, anyway, here they all are in their Theme Thursday outfits. Thanks for joining us, watching me change my babies and just listening to me ramble on. Anyway, this is Kat signing off saying, meow, meow.